Hello, welcome to my channel. If you have not subscribed yet, please do by subscribing and clicking on the subscribe button. And also remember to turn on the notification by clicking on the notification button. Remember to like this video. That shows you are praying for the YouTube algorithm. All right, I want to create an API that displays football news on different websites. So you can use that API and incorporate it into your website or a client's website, and then you make money from there. Also, you can sell this API on the website I'm going to show you at the end of this video. So stay with me to the end of this video to see how to sell your API when you are done. All right, so you can follow along by following with me as I code from scratch. So let's begin. First, you should have Node application, or let me say software, installed on your system. And this way you have to just Google search node.js. For me, I have already installed Node, so I'll just click on Node command prompt. And if you have not installed Node yet, just go to Google Chrome. And once you're at Google Chrome, search for node.js to bring out the recent version of Node. And that is what you should install depending on your system. I have Node already installed on my system, so there's no point installing. So my system is it has a Windows operating. This is the latest version of Node, so just click on this button to download the latest version and install. Click on yes throughout, then you get Node.js installed. All right, so I have Node.js, and what I want to do now is start creation. Also, you should ensure you have Visual Studio Code on your system, and you can also download Visual Studio Code from um, Microsoft Word. I mean from Microsoft, and that's let me click on it to show you. We should Okay, this is Visual Studio Code, and here is where to download it. So you go to this site, Visual Studio code.visualstudio.com, and then you can download for Windows or download for Mac and Linux, whatever system you have. So as soon as you're done, as soon as you have these two softwares, so let's get started. Okay, so back to my Node.js. Yes, I want to start. So first I need to make a directory or make a folder for the project. So first, change directory into desktop. So that is CD desktop. You should be familiar with Git, Git, and that's a command line. Okay, CD desktop. Once you've entered into desktop, I want to make a directory in my desktop. You can also make directory in your document, but I want desktop. So CD desktop, make directory. Let's say football API API. So now change directory into football API. Once you've done that, initialize npm. So npm init, and it's going to start initializing npm. Click on yes, and the version yes, description yes. What is the name of your author? You can put your name. My name is Bola. Okay, so that's all. Click on OK. So now npm has been initialized, so we are about to start. First, let's create a file. So echo index.js javascript file. So open it. Code dot shows that open the javascript file. So here we have. This is the folder, and it has been opened in the Visual Studio Code. So let's get started. So we have echo. I don't need this. So I'll just click on here and move this. Okay, before then I need to install some dependencies because right now there are no dependent the required dependencies are not yet available, and so let's install Express. So I'm gonna install Express, and that will be npm install, or let me just say npm I. You can write install in full Express. So that will install Express. Can also write the I has installed in full. So aside Express, I'm going to also install some other manager on or some other softwares also. So aside that, we want for you to know if Express has been installed. If we go back to the, so we now have another one, another file called package log.json, which was not there before, and then we have dependency and Express in dependencies version 4.18. Okay, so let's install another file. So just to be quick, npm install, I want to use this package, and that's called Cheru. Okay, so and I also need another one, Axios. So for you to install multiple files, I mean multiple managers, you just need to write their names, and then you put in a space in between them. Okay, so now the coding. I'm going to make it very simple for beginners. So our main file is index.js file. So let's start. First, we require create a variable named port, and then port is the location of um, your API when it's done, and we're going to host this API on Heroku. So let's create port. Um, let's give it this variable. So this means that Heroku can um, assign any value to the port, the local host. All right, so const express, require express in this project, and that's called, and you can do that by express. Okay, so I have a plugin that does suggestion for me. You can, if you are a beginner to Visual Studio Code, there are so many extensions that help you. So I have another one, and this particular one uses artificial intelligence to predict what I'm about to type. So I've created another variable called Axios, and that's going to require these Axios cherry. They are the ones we are going to use. So I'm trying to tell the Express to depend on this managers. Okay, so now create an app called, create a variable named app that is assigned to Express. So after that we move. Now I want to make another variable, and the variable of obviously what I want to create is an API for football news. So this is an object. Okay, so we're going to start by creating different objects in this variable. So the first one, name, I'll come back to it. It's going to be the name of the site I'll lift this from. Then the next one will be address, that's the key and value property. So this would have the URL, where let me use a placeholder for now. I'm trying to be fast because I have just 15 minutes for this section, otherwise this video will go into the next, a part two. Okay, so the next one, a base. So we would create, I would elaborate on this variable very soon. So for now, let's go create our routes. Okay, so before then, I have another variable again which I want to create, and that is called articles, and it's going to be assigned to a literal or notation. Okay, so now let's go. Newspaper, newspapers for each, dot for each, meaning that we are trying to look through the newspaper variable for every newspaper that we go to. Okay, we are going to create an arrow function. If you are very familiar um, with JavaScript, you will know what arrow functions are. It's a compressed form of functions. So we want to require this Axios manager, and this would require newspaper dot address of the newspaper. Okay, and after that, then give a response that also has an arrow function, and give a response, create a variable called HTML, and assign it to a response, run that function, run as a function, response dot data. Okay, then create another variable. By the way, once you move to the next line, JavaScript as just automatically believes that you have moved on to the next line. And okay, so that's assigned to Cherio dot load. For you to know how to use this load HTML, so you can see that this extension is actually suggesting for me, and it makes the work faster. Okay, then let there be another assignment. Go to the anchor tag that contains football. There is a syntax error here. Try to correct it. Okay, so it should be a string. Then that has property of HTML dot each function and function with an empty parameter that has different variables such as title of the news, and this, we are trying to select it, the title of the news dot text, then another constant that uses URL equals $sign. Okay, this, and dot attribute then href. Okay, this is what I'm doing. I'm trying to so first to go to football news website, and what we need generally are websites that carry the current football news. So we want to use Sky News, News Now, and we're going to use it in our all this we are going to import it in